Hey guys, it's Ross got another special catch today. We're joined by the Emirates A380 because I'm going to go through this with you. This is my homemade airliner photo album. I hadn't seen a new airliner photo book, you know, like the ones we've reviewed on the channel, for a long time. This is back in 2008 when I did this. So I just downloaded loads of pictures of interesting airlines and rare colour schemes and put it together for myself. So yes, I didn't quite finish filling the whole thing, but there's plenty in here. So I'll just maybe move this just to the side just a little bit and we'll just start going through. So you see Martin Air DC-10s and stuff, LTU. There is an A380. That's like the prototype. There was not that many of them flying. SAS 747, you see other stuff there. There's a 2104. There's an Interflug 2134. Classic stuff here. Cubana DC-10. I'll just move this a little bit further over. Ooh. So you see there's some Russian planes. Martin A310. Corsair 747 SP. There's Armavia plane. So Armenian Airlines, not Armavia, they're later. Martin Air 767. Saw one of these at Havana Airport on the way back from when I was on holiday there. We went to Guadalajara, we flew out of there. It stopped in Havana, then flew back to the UK. Very smart looking. Apparently they were very tired inside. There's the old SAS colour scheme. There's Sibir, do like that. There's Armavia there. Russian Airlines and planes. There's a couple of Interflug planes. An Interflug A310. I'll just bring that a little bit closer for you. A Transaero 747. Some more Soviet Diamond Saka A310. Let me just move this so I can actually bring the photos a bit closer. There. There's Armenian Airlines again, Armavia, Transaero. More Russian ones. There's another Armenian Airlines colour scheme. The inspiration for this actually came from this picture. It's an old engineless 747 that was painted in the Asda colour scheme, which is a supermarket chain here in the UK. I think they're actually owned by Walmart. But it was for a company get-together and this was going to be the backdrop. So this picture inspired the whole thing. There's an Alitalia A300. Still have not found that painting. And there's a Caravelle. The Martin A320, I believe that's the one that the Dutch King was qualified to fly. Tupolev 234, I don't think that ever went into production. Tarom A310, Vnukovo Airlines 204. The old A310 Aeroflot scheme, and it was one of those that crashed, of course, en route to Hong Kong. There's a Krasair DC-10. British Airways 727, that's very rare because that's actually Comair in South Africa, the franchise partner. There's some other airlines there. Fisher and Sky Europe and Wizz gone or was it WOW? I can never remember. But these are both gone. They're gone. Not sure what happened to them. I think they're still around. Czech Airlines. Like this one of the 2767s. I always did like that colour scheme on Iraqi Airways, and I love this picture of the Saran Air 747 taken off. It just looks amazing. There's a couple of, I think it's Shaheen Air planes. Royal Jordanian. That's actually, it says the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, so that was actually the King's airliner rather than being for Royal Jordanian Airlines. And there's a Namabear SP. Virgin Nigeria, I think they're long gone. The old Gulf Air colour scheme and some others. Kuwait at the bottom. An Emirates 727. Iraqi 737. Saudi 777. Gulf Air, one of their special schemes. And Royal Air Morocco. Some more Arabian carriers there. Qatar. well. Emirates, Gulf Air, Saudi Air. Iraqi 727, Gulf Air 737, Emirates A340 500. Didn't realise this was actually a model, but it's still a very nice picture. And that's a nice one there of the two Gulf Air planes landing at Hong Kong in different liveries. The old Etihad livery, the old Qatar livery, Gulf Air. I think that's still their current livery, unless they changed it again. Emirates 747, Air Afrique, Roger Denny and Etihad. There is an Emirates A380, but that was not actually one of their A380s. It was just a prototype that was done up in airline stickers, so it could do a flyby at whichever Dubai air show it was. MD-11. It's a nice one there of the A310 and the UAE government colours. Like that Thai livery and this one too. It's very nice. Singapore Airlines Concorde, that's very rare indeed, because only that side of the plane was painted in those colours, whereas when they were operating the route down to Singapore in conjunction with British Airways. There's some more Asian carriers here. See, some of these have come off. JAL's Air System, they're now part of JAL. Vietnam Airlines have changed their colouring. There's various others there. Korean, for instance. One of the A310s, although it doesn't say 3 and then the words 10 in front as it used to in an earlier livery. There's a TriStar, I think that's Thai Orient or something. Ariane Afghan 757. That was a complete disaster for them, that plane. They couldn't base it in Afghanistan for obvious reasons. So I think it was based in Dubai, but the overnight lease rates, it was just impossible. Same thing kind of happened to Iraqi Airways when they had, I think, a 777 that they couldn't base in the country. There's a very nice, which airline is that again? 1-2-Go, Thai Airline. And there's some other Asian carriers. Very attractive livery on the Australian Airlines 767 as a Qantas offshoot as Indian Airlines, China Eastern ANA. 1-2-Go 757, China Eastern. Ah, look, Virgin Blue, Singapore Airlines A380, and that was their A380. I think that was must have been one of their very first ones. I think either the ones for the high fly or maybe the one that's been scrapped. Here's some more Asian carriers. I saw a bunch of TriStars when I was passing through Bangkok Airport. Very attractive liveries on loads of them as well. It's very brightly coloured planes at that airport. There's more Asian carriers. There's a JAL MD-11. Tiger Air. I think they're merged or something now, I'm not sure. Orient Thai. Very attractive liveries on the NOC airplanes. PIA. Pacific Blue, I think that's what the Polynesian offshoot of it was, a Virgin Blue. I'm sure there was a Samoa Blue as well, or Polynesian Blue or something. And there's Macau, Gulf Air 747 and a Turkish A340. Never flew in those colours, that was just a mock-up, but that's what it would have looked like. But they didn't take delivery of any of their A380s and they're long gone now. There is a Singapore Airlines A380. Uzbekistan A310, Asia, various others. More Asian carriers here. 777s, A340 here, I think that is. Yeah. That did actually fly in that colour scheme. There is an Ariane Afghan A300. They were gifted 3 by the Indian government after the Civil War. An Air India TriStar, so that was a plane that was actually on lease. There's another Virgin Australia, and there is Jet Airways. They're long gone now. Oh, the A380. Open Skies 757, BWI TriStar, Vietnam Airlines, yes, Vietnam Airlines. No. Prototype 787, Delta A310, Eastern DC-10 and United TriStar, all quite rare. Well, not the 787 specifically. Some more there. These two were business class airlines based in Luton and Stansted 10-15 years ago. They're both gone now. Cubana Illusion 96. I like the Lancioli livery. Very rare British Caledonian A310. That and its other two ended up with Libyan Arab Airlines. American 747, Braniff 747. More North American carriers and South American carriers. Delta 747. Pan Am A310, Braniff A320, and that was originally supposed to be for Pan Am, but they ended up with West, I believe. Some more. Cubana at the bottom. Lufthansa. Pan Am DC-10. They acquired those from National Airlines during the merger. And there's a Pan Am A300, Aero Mexico, National Airlines. They were based in Las Vegas. They're long gone now. Pan Am A310, Canada 3000 A340, I think that is, which they only had for a very short time before they went bust. United, Lufthansa, KLM and Continental. Obviously these two have merged using that livery, although it has been amended since. Sukhoi Superjet 100, I think there it is again there. There is an Emirates A380. And that will be the ARJ21. And this is the last picture of a 787. So yes, my homemade Airliner album, featuring of course this guy just as he was going into service. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little trip down memory lane, all those different airlines and colour scheme combinations on the different planes. Like I said, lots of rare ones in there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for what topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.